Shanti, can you hear me?
Yes, Sister Ramchandra, can hear you.
Acha. Should we start now or should we wait?
No, we can start.
Acha. So it's good to see everyone good morning from windy Los Angeles. We're having a bit of sun and a bit of wind here. It's the evening here and it's morning in India for all of you. It's good to see everyone back again. In today's Murli that we are going to churn, did anyone had a chance to read today's Murli? Anyone? Nobody?
We definitely read during the week. Not sure if
Yeah.
we got a chance to get reading it again.
Okay. Okay. So it's the 3rd of December, 1979, Baba's Murli. And it's funny how drama is very accurate for me. That this Murli came in my hand. And to be honest, I just read it today. Just had other things to do in the week, and I was just reading this Murli today, and I was just training with Baba, and I was actually laughing. I said, Baba, I guess I understood why you gave me this Murli in my hand for me to read. There were some questions I was having this past few days, and some unsurety. And Baba wanted me to know. Baba was talking to me in this Murli. Baba was giving me answers. And this Murli is all about being a person or being a soul who has the bhavna to benefit, like Baba, at any level, whether it's through a task, whether it's through words, whether it's through thoughts, and to any soul, even if it's a stranger, even if it's a family, or colleagues, peers, BKs, anyone. Baba is asking us this question: do I have the seed, the intention to bring benefit to that soul? The title itself, it says, only world benefactors can become masters of the world. And Baba opened this Murli explaining what does Baba do? And Baba says the seed of Baba's thought, Shiv Baba, the seed of Baba's thought is how to benefit everyone in the world. Baba says, this is my seed. And Baba is constantly filling us methods to benefit. Baba is always showing us, guiding us how to benefit the self and others. And then Baba said, Baba's thoughts, words, and eyes are always filled with benevolent feelings and good wishes for us. And then Baba says, no matter what we are doing, whether we are living in the center or in the household, do I have the same benevolent feelings as Baba does? Maybe not 100% as Baba does, but deep inside me, do I feel well for others? Maybe for some souls we do, and for some souls we are like always, having some battle, trying to fix that soul in our mind. They shouldn't do this, they should be doing that, they shouldn't be talking like this. So am I always trying to fix somebody, having an internal conversation in my mind? Or am I also always trying to fix myself? I'm not doing this right. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing it like this. Am I always trying to fix? Then the moment when we're trying to fix something, it means the understanding is this is wrong. And that is why we go into the fixing mode. But then sometimes we become very harsh teachers, a very harsh teacher for our own self. Or where we can say a very harsh judge for our own self. And so then instead of changing, that part of me becomes more rebellious. And then I become more disappointed with myself. So then I'm not really benefiting me. So Baba's telling here, while I am sitting here, now am I able to give rays of peace and power within a second to others? And then Baba's explaining, Sakash is not just visual. I'm visualizing a globe, and I'm visualizing rays, and I'm sending that rays. Sakash happens through feelings. Sakash is not thinking. Sakash is a stage, is a being. When I am experiencing peace, automatically service happens. Automatically, when I think about someone, or even when I think about the world, that feeling of compassion automatically gets sent to others. Only if I am experiencing it at that moment. That is why Baba, you see, Baba in the Murli, in any Murli, Baba never told us to visualize. Baba says, send the rays through your feelings, elevated feelings, through your good wishes. It means my stage becomes Sakash, becomes service. That is one aspect Baba emphasized in the beginning of the Murli stage, feelings. And then the second aspect that Baba emphasized in this Murli, Baba spoke highly about power of silence. Baba gave the example using science. We have gadgets, we have excellent gadgets, we have phone, we have now Zoom, we have TV. And so space and time, it seems, has come, short. Baba's talking about aeroplanes, anywhere we want to go, just a matter of time we are there. We want to know what's happening in the world, TV is there. We want to connect with somebody, phone is there. So facilities to some extent have made that easier for us to communicate. But facility have also made us to be very external and very dependent with gadgets. And then it has taken us away from our core. It has taken us away from our internal self. And that is why here Baba is telling, when you use the power of silence, you can hear the sound of any soul. You'll be able to hear the sound of their mind. And Baba says, as clearly as if that soul is physically with you and talking to you. That means there is no longer assumptions that this is probably what they're going through. This is probably what they're thinking. No. We are not reading minds. We are not mind readers, but thoughts are energy. Soul is energy. And I can pick up their energy. I can pick up their vibration. And it will be so clear that I can feel and I can know what they are going through and what the soul needs. Baba says this is so telepathic. It can happen anywhere, and it feels as if me and them, we are sitting personally in person and having a chat. Baba said it'll be that clear when the power of silence is very powerful in me. Another aspect, Baba said that as soon as I connect with Baba, Baba's telling, as soon as I connect with Baba and I switch on my elevated feelings and good wishes, I will be able to experience souls, even though they are far, I can experience them to be very close to me. And it's this closeness is not a matter of physical closeness, because even people that we are physically close with, we are living together, that doesn't mean that we are close with them. This is closeness in terms of the heart. The heart is close with each other. The heart is able to understand the need of the other person. And the heart is so big that it can just give what the soul needs. And Baba says, my heart will only open when I'm connecting with Baba. Because Baba makes our heart big. Baba makes our heart strong. And it is that experience, connecting with Baba, feelings. Baba says, then I can understand. I'll be able to experience them feeling close to me, and they will feel I am close to them. Both ways. It happens both ways. And for all of this to happen, Baba said, what is the fundamental that is needed for all of this to happen? What do you think? What power is needed? Yes, Rakiben.
Power of love, power
Love,
of experiencing being in self, soul consciousness, the first step.
soul consciousness. Yes. Power of, Baba's telling here, silence. And Baba says, how do I increase this silence power in me? First, Baba said, simplifying my thoughts. Simplifying means that, okay, I have my to-do list so that I am not disappointed if I'm not able to do something, or I forgot about something and then I feel guilty. Okay, let me have my to-do list. And then aside from, when I'm doing something at that time, what is my thought? Where are my thoughts? Is it jumping? Okay, I should do this, and the next I should be doing this, I should be doing this. Or am I present, totally present when I'm doing something? So this is simplifying. Baba says that when you condense the expansion of thoughts, then your power of silence will increase. So I'll have to be so conscious to catch myself at that time when I feel I am expanding. I have to then pick up myself, catch myself and say, okay, it's not necessary for me to think about this now. I'll get to it when I need to go, when I need to deal with it. Right now, I need to focus on this. Right now, I need to do this. So again and again, pulling my thoughts back. That will only happen when I'm present, when I am present. So that is one, Baba's telling, simplifying my thoughts. Second, speaking less. Baba says also when I speak less, I increase my silence. And I remember one in my high school, my science teacher, she used to always say that, especially during when it's near to the exams, she will always say that speak less, and she will always say so that you don't lose what you've studied. She will always remind us. And I will remember that during the exam days, especially that exam week or even prior to the start of the exam day, the students in my class, it's as if, we are so just into us, we don't speak much. We're engrossed in study. We ask each other questions if we need to understand something. And during exam days, forget it. Nobody speaks a word. Even after the exam is done, we are just flipping through the pages for the next exam, but we're not even talking to each other. And maybe because, we were constantly reminded, okay, don't speak too much, don't waste a lot of energy so that you don't forget what you've studied. And when I was reading Baba's Murli, I said, yeah, it does make sense, because when we go too much into extroversion, we're generating a lot of thoughts. So when there are too many thoughts, then the essential ones, it's as if it takes a back seat, then it's as if you have to sit and remember and try to retrieve it. But if we have less thoughts, then we tend to be able to have more focus. So Baba is talking, one, simplifying thoughts. Second, Baba is talking about speaking less. Speaking necessary, not speaking at all. Necessary, when it's necessary. And so Baba is telling extroversion is wasteful, introversion is powerful. Your divine form will be very clearly visible on the TV of their forehead means. Baba can use us. When my stage is powerful, Baba can use me to give visions to others. How Baba is using me, I wouldn't know, because I don't know if anybody's having a vision about me or thinking about me, but Baba is using. Baba can use me to touch someone. That's only provided when my connection is connected with Baba. Then Baba can use me. If I am caught in my own drama within me, if I'm caught in drama in my social circle with family, then my connection with Baba becomes weaker. Then Baba also cannot use me for service. And then Baba says that they will experience it so clearly that they will feel as though they really had a personal meeting with you. The power of silence will reveal such spiritual wonders. Then here Baba is telling, in order to do this, you souls first have to become free from bondages. Now, this is a big question. What are the bondages I'm having? It's a very personal reflection. Every one of us will have different bondages, things that we are stuck with. We'll have to sit and have this reflection with Baba. Where am I stuck? What areas am I stuck? Am I stuck with my sanskaras? Am I stuck with people? Am I stuck with my business? Am I stuck with money, with materials? Where am I stuck? That's a personal answer. I will have to find, sitting with Baba. And then Baba says, when you become free, then you are able to do the task that is needed with whichever power, whatever time, and wherever it may be. It means Baba is saying, when I am free, then I am flexible for Baba's service. Anytime, anywhere, however, so whatever service. Baba says, then I am more free for Baba to use me. However Baba wants to use me. Only when I am free, internally. I'm not talking so much externally, but it's that internally. And then Baba's telling, Baba is giving emphasis for teachers. Oh, sorry. Yeah, for teachers. So do you think all of us here in Zoom, we are teachers? Do you think everyone here is a teacher? or just those who are in the center are teachers? What do you think? Anyone else? Okay, so Raki Ben said yes. Pichit Bai said yes. How about others? How about Lata Ben or Usha Ben?
Yes, 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 sister.
Yes, we all are teachers. And teachers are not just in words. Teachers are not just teaching classes or sharing gyan. It's much more. And Baba is telling, I really love this this aspect. Baba is telling, teacher means can others, when others see me, can they see Baba in me? When I see others, can I see Baba in them? Such beautiful. Baba says, you should be able to see Baba in the one who has become instrument for you. And also, when others see me, others should see Baba too. This is in a nutshell, Baba said. This is what a teacher is. And Baba's telling that if I were to keep my mind busy at all time, then nothing will be difficult for me. Nothing will be impossible for me. Yes, maybe some effort takes time, but at least I wouldn't say, I don't think I can do it. I wouldn't say that. I'll say, okay, I'm getting there. I'm in the process. I'm getting there. And Baba said, when your mind remains busy, you can defeat any Maya, any form of Maya. And so Baba has given three methods how to keep the mind busy. First, Baba says, create a timetable for the mind. Create a timetable for the mind. Second, being attentive in the study. Being attentive in the study. Reading Murli is studying. Churning Murli is studying. You know, sometimes we can even discuss points like here in LA. We have Tuesday sustenance classes, our time here in the evening. And in that sustenance class, what we did was we requested everyone to have churning buddies, you know, so they can choose anyone from that class, and they can exchange, you know, phone numbers. And basically everyone knows everyone in that class, and we're having it in the Zoom. And every day, so they choose partners, and every day, so they would discuss with each other and set a time. And for half an hour every day, they both will come in a call and they would discuss the Murli. I mean, they're not reading the Murli, but they have already done their own individual churning, wrote points that touched them, and they've practiced it in the day. And then in the evening, they have a call with each other and they share. They share their experiences, they share their churnings. And if, let's say, if one has question or not sure about something in the Murli, they ask the other one. And if both of them are not sure, then they call the center and they call us, and then we explain to them. But it is a must that they've made to have this churning buddies with each other. And if they're not able to, you know, call each other, what they do is they send points, they send texts, or they record, you know, they are churning, they record in a voice, and then they send each other. So either way, they do it every day. They don't miss it out. So in that way, if a person who is not used to reading or listening to Murli every day, they started getting in, oh, I need to listen to Murli, or I need to read the Murli because I need to have something to share and get a partner. So in that way, it got, it inspired many students, many souls that way to understand. And then as they started reading more and more, when they were getting into the depth, then they had more questions, what Baba meant, what Baba said, how to apply. Then they called the center. So every day, someone or another, they would text asking for some clarity, or they would call asking, what does this mean? What does that mean? And it's so nice to see the keenness that they're showing in the Murli. So that is what Baba says. Second method is paying attention to the Murli. To the study. Then the third method Baba gave is having a planning intellect, planning for the self and planning for service. Right? So Baba's telling here, those who have a planning intellect will constantly remain busy. An intellect that just follows instructions or just follow directions of others will sometimes be free and sometimes busy. When we are planning something, then we tend to become creative, whether you realize it or not, but this is my personal experience. When we are planning something, maybe some of us can like to do the same thing every time, and maybe but majority of souls that I've seen, they always want something newness, so they can keep being engaged in something, and they always want something newness, and they say, can we do it this way, can we do it that way, can we try this? And so that eagerness is there when there is something new, something creative, something to look forward to. And that is where you see, when the mind is engaged in something, automatically the mind is not free for other things. So this is what Baba said, how to keep the mind busy. Right? So 3 ways: timetable, being attentive in studying, and have a good planning intellect for the self and for others. And then Baba said, finally, another aspect that Baba mentioned, Baba said, the duty of teachers is to make everyone complete. If the teacher is complaining about herself, about myself, if I were to complain, how will I make others complete? Teachers should never complain about their own effort. This is something very high too, because even personally for me, I'm just talking on behalf of me. I do have very high expectations about me. And sometimes I'm happy with the efforts I make, and sometimes I'm not. And this was the chit chat that I was having with Baba this past few days. And here Baba handed me this Murli, and this is what Baba was telling me, no, not to have complaints. So then I was thinking, Baba, if I'm not complaining, or if I'm not sharing to you, what do I need to do then? How do I reduce the complaint about me? How do I feel more content with myself? That was the conversation, brainstorming I was having with Baba. And this is when I wanted to share an experience that I had in childhood days. But first, does anyone have any questions? Or you want to share something about the Murli? Anyone?
One thing about this Murli that had touched is how Baba has explained the power of silence, and which actually says is to, when we say the science of telepathy, that's actually a power of silence. That's what Baba clarified today in this Murli, where he says that what is the real meaning of Sakash. And then while you were talking, and when you were sharing, and I was just reflecting on this only as to why do we say power of silence have so much of, no, why do we practice power of silence? And then Baba deeply explains in this Murli about, it's all about how your benevolent feelings and emotions reaches when you are silent. And it's as simple, when the water is boiling, you cannot see anything. But when it is still is when you can see and experience the depth of that waterbed. So, how
Yeah.
to practice it. It may start from a simple thing of practicing silence every day for, and actually I've taken a practice of practicing silence every day for an hour. It may start at a very external level of not speaking, but then going deeper into reducing thoughts, and that's one thing that I have started practicing after listening to this movie.
Yeah.
Om Shanti, sister.
Yes.
Wonder. The only one word which I could use for silence is wonder. Because my first, after taking the Gyan, the first thing about, we have heard when we are small, silence is golden, and so many things about silence. Silence is power, silence is energy, inventions are in silence, and many more things. But for me, sitting far away, having a vision of Brahma Baba's form, and how signaling to go to a particular place, that kind of silence which you get here when you're close to the supreme energy doesn't come down and tell you, but I have a corporeal form of Brahma through whom, as you said, you having a conversation and all, it's something. So that kind of, I am in silence, but I can still share that energy with somebody. I think that's all. And whatever I felt about silence, I've already tried to put in the chat box. But I have a little, please do not mind me. It's just an opinion which I had shared even when this Murli was on for the first time. See, whenever Baba speaks teachers, you see in every Murli, there's a different focus. You ask the question, are all of you teachers? See, I didn't chime in because over here, Baba is speaking about the teachers and students. So here Baba is speaking about those teachers who are instrument, who sit there, who give knowledge, and who have a person, a soul in front of them whom we call student. Like Guru Bhai, Baba is talking about his Guru Bhais. So that I felt in this Murli, Baba is touching not on all children being teachers, but as a teacher sitting here. And in that one thing that Baba said, you spoke about complaining about myself. But see, there is one more word over there in the Murli where Baba is saying about students. So even when I complain about students, so or about myself, Baba does not like. He
Like
just
it.
does not like. So when that came, and let me be very honest, I have never come across, and please, this is just my honest opinion,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
teachers have not complained about students. It's not possible. See, it may be some, because I have a very, very example of Vedanti Ben, a person, she never complained, but how she handled the situation, which I don't want to go through now, how she really, a student brought a thing, but how did she do? So there are complaints. So we cannot say a teacher does not complain about students. No, because that's beyond being practical. It's not practical. I am not like Baba, the supreme teacher. He's a supreme teacher. He knows the knowledge before, after, everything. But I have just been given this teacher and I have put in a position. So that one paragraph really, last time I said, no, teachers do, because what was shared was teachers never complain about students. I said, it's never possible. But I have got a solution about myself, as you were saying. You have your high expectations of myself. For that, in the second paragraph, Baba says, when you have a planning intellect, set a timetable for yourself. become your own teacher. That's enough for me. So if you asked us a question, am I a teacher? I would take only that one aspect. I would like to become my own teacher for myself. But I don't want to become a teacher even for my students, because I'm just an agent in between. I'm just sitting there because my poor Shiv Baba cannot come down to every center and talk with everyone. I think if that feeling is there, we would never complain, because who are we to complain? We are not law setters. That's what I just wanted to share. And in this Murli, the approach for teachers was different. Every Murli you see teacher, Baba somewhere something, when he wants a task to be done, when he wants a service to be done, when he wants more centers to be opened, when he wants mics to be taken. So Baba is very clever when he has so much of these agendas. But in this Murli, it was different as far as teachers are concerned. But the Murli, the first half, is what I'm still taking to heart, because the same Murli was there yesterday when Baba spoke about only two things: purity, charity. So I feel even for this silence, I need pure and positive thoughts. Om Shanti.
Yeah. So, the question that we asked teachers, in one Murli, not even Murli, I think it was Tati Janki, she was emphasizing, she said, don't think you are in charge. She said, I don't like the word in charge. No one is in charge of anyone. Only Baba is in charge of us. And she even looked at us, we were the center coordinators, we were sitting there. And her hand, her famous finger, right? She said, none of you are in charge. And she was looking at us and she was just clearly just talking to us. And she said, all of us are instruments. And then she said, well, because everyone is watching you, so you have to be more attentive that you are an instrument. And she was looking at us, that you have to be more attentive that you're an instrument because everybody's watching you. And in that sense, how I think Girija, when you shared, yes, we are a teacher for ourselves. And here Baba also mentioned, how do I serve myself? How do I see myself? Am I even complaining about myself? And when I start working with myself, then it becomes easier. It becomes easier to face people. It becomes easier to have a better relationship with others. And there is that humility in the relationship with others. And they won't feel they own me. I won't feel I own them. None of us own each other. Baba owns us. And so that idea of being an instrument, and then Baba, that's the bhavana Baba is telling, that to what depth do I have this experience, or do I have this practice of being a teacher or being an instrument for myself first and then for others. And so beautifully Baba spoke, and I love the last part. Baba said, do I see Baba in others? Do others see Baba in me? That means how much I should be a good representation of Baba. And no matter how others are, when Baba is able to see something beautiful in them, do I have that ability to also see something beautiful in others? So then I am stepping in Baba's shoes and able to see something good in them. This is a good reminder. I personally taking that as a reminder for me. And first, am I able to identify the qualities that Baba has given me? And yes, time to time there will be some remarks that I would make about me. But then again, am I able to divert my attention and say, but Baba made me this too. Say, Baba made me patient too. Baba made me this. Baba gave me this quality. Baba gave me that quality. And the moment I'm able to bring that diversion, then I can say, okay, Vina, you have all of these qualities that Baba made you. And so this one area that you want to work, Vina, you can do it. Baba will help you. This will also change. This will also get transformed. Just keep patience. Just keep patience with yourself and with Baba. Move on. Move on. So then I can pacify myself when I have seen what all Baba has given me compared to or against something that I'm trying so hard to work on and having maybe a high expectation of a particular result that I want to see. And when that result is not happening consistently, and I say, but you have all this. And this also will change. This can also be changed. Baba's with you. Work with yourself. Work with Baba. Baba will guide you. So you see how we talk with us. How do we, a teacher is one who knows the tendencies of the student, the weakness in the student, and will know how to teach the student. Not every student will learn the same way. Some students will learn fast, some students will take time. So the teacher, once they understand the pattern of that student, then accordingly they will know how to mold the student. And that is how I need to be with me. Understanding my pattern, understanding my tendencies, and then how do I work with myself? That is the art that individually we need to learn. Connecting with Baba, but also if we're not sure of some areas, then we can connect with each other. I think those in the chat, you can read the sharings of some of the students. Yes. Anything anyone else want to share?
Om
We have
Shanti.
15 minutes. Yes. Go ahead.
For me, the takeaway for today is, as you are teacher, that when you are connected, so you should have a connection with your Father, Godfather. There should be compassionate and there should be a contribution. So you can become a good teacher. These are the qualities I feel a teacher should have.
Yeah.
Binaben, do you remember when you were young? I know you're already young. I'm talking about our days. There used to be a gramophone. And the famous
Yes.
brand was, it was a dog, HMB, which I put, that used to say his master's voice. That's what a teacher should always feel. It's not my voice. It's the master's voice. So whenever a teacher comes, I always remember it be like HMB, his master's voice.
Yes, I've seen a gramophone. Very nice. Anyone else want to share?
So I have a
Yes.
question on this, Murli. There's this
Yes.
point where Baba mentions that when you are free from any bondage, you are ready for service. Now, practically every moment to be available for service, and then looking at, if you're not available, then you ask question to yourself, why am I stopping myself? There could be some other responsibilities. My question to you is, how do one look at checking on what is bondage, what is my responsibility, and how do I define freedom for service?
Okay. Service is all level, but Baba has given the first number one service, highest mark is Sakash, thoughts. And I was just actually, there was one student just came right before the class and left. And as I was talking to the student, I know we were saying how people these days, because of technology, there's so much expansion in technology, but they have so less time for family or for anything else, even with children, and everybody's saying busy. Professionally, they are busy. They have so many things to do, and then they have the kids to take care and grandkids to take care, and so they're always busy, busy, busy. But if we see, we are not 24/7 busy. We are not 24 hours busy. There is always some time that we can take, and it's a personal choice that we need to make. There is always some time we can take, either to do Mansa Seva, coming to Baba's home and doing Seva, some form of Seva. There is always a way that we can make it possible. But the moment when we say we are very busy, it means I'm consciously choosing to do something else other than this. So then I'm using the word, okay, you know what? I'm engaged, I'm busy. But if we really check and see, where am I diverting myself into? Is it into a job? Is it into a relationship? Is it into, where am I diverting myself into? I'm choosing to do that as a priority rather than this. Those of you who are maybe working early, then maybe going to a center early morning for class may seem not feasible. But then there is evening classes. Am I able to do that? Can I make the time to do that? Or say if I can't go to center every day, can I go at least once or twice a week? Do I make the time for that? Or can I even do more than twice a week? So check and see, where am I choosing not to do? That is more important. For sure, everyone's schedule, is going to be very different. Some could be more demanding. Some, maybe their schedule could be a little more free. But it's a personal check. And this is what Baba is talking, bondage. Bondage means priorities. Where I am getting pulled into when I could be spending more time, maybe say study, spending more time about seva, spending more time maybe in yoga. Where am I getting diverted into? Where am I getting pulled? And then I feel, you know what, let me fix this first. Let me do this first. Let me do this. Let me do that. End of the day, I feel, where has my time gone? Where has my day gone? So this is where Baba is asking, when, let's say you sit in silence, no commentary, no music, you're not reading anything, just sitting in silence, and you just see thoughts that is coming in your mind. Just don't even involved in that thought, just observe. Observe the thoughts that's coming. Observe, observe, observe. And then in terms of percentage, if you were to evaluate and give a percentage, most of your thoughts, most of your thinking, where it is going. Work, family, something this, something that. Where is it? Giving yourself that percentage, just evaluating. Then you will know that is the bondage. That is what is pulling you from things that you could do.
But sister, I would just want to add here, if you see in the Murli, Baba is speaking about the bondage too. Earlier, in the beginning, why did they leave and come? Because it was a vision. So they left all their bondages and they came running. That was a vision. But now in the Murli, Baba says at the end. So now if suppose we start thinking about leaving bondages, leaving things, see, there would be anarchy. Baba doesn't want that.
Yes.
If everyone who is now here talking to you, the whole Brahma Kumaris, they will leave their family, they leave their earth, they'll just come running to Madhuban. Baba said, there's no place here. So I think bondage free is mentally in my mind, I should have a feeling, yes, I'm staying in this, but it's not mine. Tomorrow, when the time comes, there is no glue fixed over there. There is no gum fixed in this. I can't run away. That feeling, preparations, realizations should be now. But I don't think I would think of any freeing myself from any bondages, freeing myself from my family thing. I would know that all this is just there because it is my karma, my instrument. I have to do. Otherwise, I may be born again just for these people whom I've left. It's just my sharing because I would never try to think about bondage because then all of us have to become only Brahma Kumaris and stay in Madhuban and stay in centers. I don't think that's the vision Baba had because he has a vision of Lakshmi Narayan.
Yes. In fact, that is what Baba is telling, that, we all have different roles to play. In this life, in this birth, we all have different roles to play. And when Baba talks about being a renunciate, it is in many levels. When Baba talks about purity also, it is in many levels. Service is also in many levels. In my present setting, with the role that I'm playing, how much am I connected with Baba? How much am I connected with Seva? How much am I connected with myself? That is the reflection Baba wants us to have. And yes, when we say people are not bondage, money is not a bondage. It is my intention. Baba will always say, money is not Maya. Money is not Maya. My intention towards money, how am I using? Then that determines whether I'm creating good karma or not. People are also not Maya. But how, sometimes we say relationship, having relationship problems. It is not that people are giving me problems. Again, I can't just leave everything and come and stay in the center of Madhuban. Even then, I'm staying with people. Even then, there will be clashes of sanskars. It's not to say that it's bed of roses. Being in the center is not like bed of roses. We have to face different sanskaras. So people are not an issue, but it is how, it's about my perspective. That is where that aspect of bondage comes. How am I perceiving? How am I choosing to understand people and everything around me? If I am always blaming, then I will feel people is a bondage. If I'm having no money, then I feel money is a bondage. So it's all about perspective and it's all about that intention. And then it is that will determine whether everything is fine with me or there's always a problem that I'm facing with others. So it's all here, like you said. And it's not about anything physical. It's not about anything physical. Is anyone else? Anyone wants to add? How about the others? I guess everybody's getting ready for the center as you go to the center for the Murli class, right?
Yeah, just an hour from now.
Okay.
It's a very
So we
actually given an access today, what Maya is and how to be aware how to break the bondage. And the one word that you used was check on your intentions. So it's nothing that actually is a bondage. It's the way I think, the way my intentions are showing up there is actually the point to catch and check, am I operating with freedom or is it something that's pulling me? Thank you for giving that access today.
Yeah. And Baba always brings the idea of drama. Baba says, if something is feeling tough and hard, it means drama is pushing me to give up a comfort zone that I'm not willing to give up. And that is the very reason I feel that this is hard, or it's hard to deal with this person, or it's hard to deal with this sanskara, because I've become so comfortable in that habit. The drama is pushing me so much to step out. And if I realize that, then I will say, okay, this is not the bondage. This is not a problem. It is a mission in disguise. It's a benefit in disguise that Baba is trying to tell me. Yes. So I guess if there's no question, then we can end the class with with meditation. Yes.
Sister.
So we can have a few. Should we play a song or a few moments of silence?
Moment of silence in your reflection points.
Okay. So we'll take a moment of silence, and whatever touched you from today's Murli, just take this moment, reflect on that point, and find a method how you can practice this point today. Make this point part of your life. How can you do that? So just take this moment of silence. Check with Baba. How should I practice this today? Okay, Om Shanti. It's traffic control here. It's 5:30 p.m. for us. But you can carry on with what you are doing, preparing for your class. Okay, Rakiben.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti, sister.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Divine Family. And we'll see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a blissful day.